Hello all, welcome to Mindoclu YouTube channel episode 6. I'm Mahalakshmi Samson. I'm a transformational life coach and a counseling psychologist. My hearty thanks to all those who reached out to me after watching the episode 5, What Makes Good Teachers Great. They told me that they got wonderful insights after watching the video, and also they said that it has hit the epicenter of everyone's longing to be taught by great teachers. I felt that there is one thought that was running in most of their minds, and as well as a question that has been attached to that thought. And the thought was, it's nice to know the two top skills of great teachers, right? But what should good teachers do to become great specifically? It is true, good teachers have great chances of becoming great teachers. So I thought the episode 6 should have answer for this question, and hence we are going to dive deep. Good teachers work specifically in building their skills to become great. And where do they work? The focus of their work would be with their egos. What? With their egos? Yes. Ego is the basement from which good teachers build their skills to become great. They work with 5 important factors that build them. The first one is they will be really willing to work with their ego. Second one is they'll be willing to let go of their ego for their sake of their students' learning. Third one is they would not use their student to project a sense of worthiness to themselves. And fourth one again is that they will not use their student to magnify their illusion of importance in this world. And the fifth one, the most important of all, when they work with the fourth, the fifth becomes most obvious and it is very vital. And what is that? Is that they learn to shift the focus from themselves being a teacher to the student, meaning shifting their focus from teaching to learning of their students. When they can work on this and build their skills based on these factors, I'm sure good teachers will transform to great teachers in no time. So when we talk about working with ego, first we need to have a very clear understanding of what is ego. Ego is actually the blind belief that we have to the self-image that we have created in our mind, and that we carry wherever we go with us. And this blind belief actually dictates the roots of what we think, what we feel, and what we act. So whenever the problem arises, we go to a place where we feel that we are right and defend ourselves vigorously, and we hopelessly expect the other person are the ones to change. And this is how an ego functions in anyone. It's very important to realize that if we don't check this, then the individual will get into a point where they will be stuck with self-entrapment of themselves. So it becomes very important to be aware of it and work to be our own self. Great teachers are aware of this particular self-entrapment, and hence they check their ego all the time. So why do they do it? Is because if they miss to do it, it is the students' learning that is at stake, and which is very expensive. And if students' learning becomes at stake, what happens is they develop a belief system which will be very destructive, and that they carry it throughout their life. I have worked with many students who have come to me for help, especially to get rid of the fear of a specific subject. Most of the times it would be maths. And when I dig deep, when I talk to the students, what I find is that their belief system is directly hit, especially with the language the teacher or the parent talks to the students in lines of that you're not fit to do maths, you're not capable of doing maths, you cannot do maths, and you're so stupid that you cannot understand maths. Such language, when it is spoken to students over a period of time, then it becomes a destructive belief that they feel that they don't have the ability to do well. Here the example is maths, and mostly any subject, if they have a fear, the reason would be the belief that they carry towards that subject. And I'm sure any teacher, when they utter such statements or such abusive statements, it is not that they hate the students, but it is their effort to correct them. And this is mostly on a traditional way that we have grown up. When we criticize someone, they become better. But that is not the case. And great teachers realize that they are unquestionable authority in a student's life, and whatever they are going to utter to students, it will directly hit on their belief system, and they will be very careful about what they communicate to their students, right? And when we talk about ego, it is not that ego has got only one face. There are many styles or egoic styles that people possess, and I would like to share two of it here. In fact, I share a few more in my workshops. The two that I'm going to share here is that ego of image and ego of perfection. Ego of image, if you look at it, right, even the statement that great teachers, when their students make a mistake, they know that it is not a reflection of their ability to teach. It is not a reflection of the knowledge that they possess. It is not a reflection of the preparation that they have done, or it is not a reflection of the delivery that they have given in the class to the students. But when students make a mistake, it is an opportunity to teach them out of it, and great teachers realize it. But if we fail to do, then we are denying the experience a student would get in making that mistake. So if it's a mistake in learning, then great teachers help them to come out of it by teaching them what is right. If it is a mistake of bad behavior, then great teachers allow them to experience the consequences of the mistake and learn from that. But at the end of it, they would not brand their students, and that is why they become great. The second one, if you look at it, it is the ego of perfection. What is ego of perfection? When we call someone good teacher, that means we are referring them and recognizing them as a subject matter expert. So when we call them someone as a subject matter expert, can they make a mistake? But as humans, even teachers make a mistake in the class. But it is very important for them to learn how to respond when they make a mistake, because there is nothing like perfection, and it is very important that we need to work to achieve excellence. If the teachers do not recognize that, what happens is they become miserable about making the mistake, and they make students also miserable because of that, right? But I personally believe, as a counseling psychologist and a transformational life coach, it's okay when we make a mistake in the class, and we, by making mistake and learning to respond to it, we teach the students how to take it when they make a mistake, either in the classroom or in their life outside the classroom, which is very important. And when we do that, then we give a space for the students to come near us and learn, ask, learn, explore. All these opportunities we give to our students. But if we don't do it, and if we project ourselves as subject matter expert and we are perfect, then which means we are instilling an inhibition and a fear in the student's mind that they are nowhere near us in their knowledge and they can never climb up to our level. This will stop their learning. That is when they start scoring very low marks, and they don't know what to do when they open the book, because they have a fear running in their mind and they will not know how to even learn that subject well. So it's very important that when good teacher wants to become great teacher, they need to give that space of comfort to their students to learn, to be okay with their imperfections. And when they transform to great teachers, you know what they do? They actually, set a goal consciously or unconsciously where they don't teach the students to be flawlessly perfect, but they teach the students to embrace their perfect, flawed self and become their great version through that. Choose to work on yourself, transform from good to great. I'm sure you will be very successful in your mission. All the very best. Thank you.